festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. Here at the friendly confines, Wrigley Field, the show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Siggy.
Well, it's a lot to ask a team to come back from down 2-0, but it's been done before, and I know they're not lacking in confidence even in this tough situation, but it all starts with getting off to a good start in this one.
And when you're the team that holds the 2-0 edge in a 5-game series, you want to end the series right now.
Absolutely. Avoid any drama or doubt and finish the job.
First pitch coming your way next. And now here's the starter for the Cubs, Jacob deGrom. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Yeah, he battled through 7 innings last time out. He pitched well enough to get the win thanks to that offense. He'll look to turn in another quality start in this one.
Ready to go now. TJ Friedl digs in now. And we're underway in Game 3. Oh, 1 now. Tap foul at the plate. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Coming on is Happ. He's there to make the catch. Here's the lineup for the Reds. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out. A lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Here's the 0-2. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Elly De La Cruz now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
He's looking pretty sharp to start the ball game. He's got that good fastball working early.
That one is upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Got him swinging. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. You're watching the National League Division Series on the show. We go to the bottom of the first. On the mound for the Reds, Andrew Abbott. What do you have on him, Chris? Ian Happ up to hit. That one fouled off. And now the 0-1. Fouled off left side. Abbott was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound.
No question that he earned that Pitcher of the Month award, Boog. He was just dominant. String together enough of those, and you can expect some other hardware on the man.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Gets it there in time, though. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2. Seiya Suzuki stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Ripped to short. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Third game of the division series. In now for the Reds, Eugenio Suarez.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Chris, you and I have gotten to work some memorable postseason games together. One I look back on, 2013 ALCS Game 2, the David Ortiz Grand Slam. The 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
For me, Boo, the game I remember is us calling the 2014 AL wildcard game. The Kansas City Royals hosting the Oakland A's. The Royals come from behind to win in extra innings and move on to the division series. They had such a great run that it ended up in the World Series, losing to the San Francisco Giants.
Inside, ball one.
Stewart launched a homer in his most recent game. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Late on that fastball. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boo. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
No score here in the second. Two down, nobody on. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Michael Busch. Line into right center field. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Just missed.
That's a ball.
In there at the knees. And the count even 1-1. This to third. But that rolls foul. The 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The 1-2.
Ball.
Busch aboard here at first with nobody out. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swings and misses, struck him out. So here's Horner now. And that clips the inside corner. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. And that one hops the wall. Busch rounds third, headed for the plate. And they've taken the lead here in Game 3.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Wide throw, and it gets away. No advance, though. Ball didn't get too far away. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next to hit. On the ground. Base hit into the outfield. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up at RBI. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see.
Runner on to go. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Here's the left fielder, Ian Happ. Swings and misses. That's strike 1. Ground ball right side, and that chance handled. Tosses to first. They limit the damage here. So it's 2 runs. Third game of the division series. In now for the Reds, Nathaniel Lowe. Yeah, that's fouled off. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. In the air, left field. Happ racing over to make the catch. Next for Cincinnati, Tyler Stevenson. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball. And the 0-2. Struck him out swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7. Back here at Wrigley Field as we go to the last of the third. And now it's Alex Bregman.
That's inside.
There's the strike.
Ball 2.
On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And it finds the basket and gone. So he blasts one out the other way, and they tack one on the board. It's 3-0.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away.
Next to hit, Michael Busch. And first offering is fouled off. Laser could be extra bases. And that's going to get into the corner. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Well, he looks fresh out there, just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
Man at second.
Ball, that's inside.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Good job to fight that one off. Swings Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. Nico Horner will come up to hit.
That's a ball.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 3 of the NLDS.
Hey.
There's a strike. And it's fouled away. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Good job at damage control right there. Cubs tack on another with a as we go to the top of the 4th. Now here's the Reds leadoff man, TJ Friedl. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
Well, these Reds, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The batter number 9, second baseman, Matt McLean.
Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that lead.
Runner on the move. Pitch misses in. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. DeGrom checks the runner. Friedl back on a dive. Man at second. High fly ball right field. Suzuki gets under it. And there's one down. Now it's the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. His first at bat was a strikeout. And that one fouled off.
The healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Next offering is fouled back. Nice grab. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Up next in Cincinnati, the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
And he chases that one below the zone.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
That's outside.
Runner at second, 2 down. Goes down looking. So 1 left for Cincinnati. Ready to go, bottom 4. Now the Cubs catcher, Carson Kelly. That one close, ruled a ball. And that is ball 1. Catcher challenge, we'll take another look. And he hits a ground ball right side. Over to Lowe. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Up next for the Cubs, the center fielder, number 4, Pete.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. Bunting for a hit. And foul ball. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
McLean out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Nothing happened. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, these Reds just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Oh, 0-2 now. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. That one's upstairs, ball one.
The heater can be a tone setter for a pitcher, but if it's not effective, it goes the other way. It becomes a tone setter for the offense. They just haven't been able to do much with it in this one.
That one laced to center and a base hit. And that's a one-out single. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. He's 0 for 1. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner in a scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
One out and a runner at second here in Game 3 of the NLDS. Now check out at second, back safely. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Benson around third. In comes the run from second.
Well, that gets them a little closer in this one. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. Just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence, and gone! The two-run shot, and they tie it up. It's 3-3. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. High velocity up and in is just such a difficult location for the hitter, but this time he pulls the hands tight to the body.
Tyler Stevenson will hit next. Struck out swinging his first time. That one hammered center field, way back there. And it's into the bleachers, out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they've rallied from 3 back. It's 4-3.
They put a good swing on it, but the box score might want to credit the win for that home run. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Foul ball. 4 runs already in the frame. And we're at the top of the 5th. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Edward Cabrera, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Abreu getting cranked up as well. Left field, Happ on his horse. Makes the grab on the run. 2 away now. So digging in, Matt McClain. High fly ball down the left field line. Back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers. A solo shot. Their 3rd home run of the inning. And they add on. It's 5-3.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too.
Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. On the ground to short, Swanson. And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But they take the lead thanks. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Ian Happ. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-0.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it. So a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
And Ian swings through it. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. So up next for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. And there's a fly ball deep right field. That's back. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And into second easily with a 2-out double.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Man on second, 2 down. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the...
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. A double in the inning, but they leave him. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Rip, but it curls foul. Oh, 0-2 now.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
The Cubs bullpen with some action. Shelby Miller preparing to come on if needed. Whips it to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. Popped up. Swanson should have this one. Takes it in for the out. 2 away. In now for the Reds, Will Benson. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. 0-1. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top half of the 6th. Right back to him on the mound. Throws to first. 3rd out. Here at Wrigley Field, Dansby Swanson stands in.
Now pitching for Cincinnati, number 25, Red.
And a foul ball.
You know, these Cubs, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've launched 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Ball in.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
McLean. And there's one down.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Fouled off down the right side.
That's a ball.
And a big swing and a miss. In the air to left center. Friedel in position. And that quickly 2 away. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. On the ground, right side. Play made, that ends the inning. Third game of the division series. In now for the Reds, Nathaniel Lowe.
Ball.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Cabrera, a 6'5" righty. He features a changeup, a curve, a sinker, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. 1 away.
Up next.
This is J.J. Bleday. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
Swing and a miss. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
High fly ball down the left field line. Way back there. That
No,
was
that's
foul, and he'll see another. On the ground, right side. In time to Bush, and 2 away to start the 7th. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of Game 3. In the air, right field. Suzuki moving under it. And that's the 3rd out. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Crow Armstrong up
outside.
for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. Hard hit left side. Over to Lowe. And 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. Fouled off. He was late.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come.
Oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there. On its way and out of here. That should get the dugout going. And now Terry Francona makes his way out of the dugout. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Reds, Brock Burke.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Strike 1.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Alex Bregman waiting to hit for the Cubs. That's to 3rd. Suarez throw to 1st in time. And there's 2 away. Here's Alex Bregman.
Number 3, Alex.
The other way, and he beats the shift. So the tying run reaches with 2 away. He's already homered here in this one. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Cubbies edge closer on this long ball. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Now here's the Reds' leadoff man, T.J. Friedl. That misses. Ball one. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Griffin Jacks, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Maton getting loose as well.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
That a curve drops in for a strike.
Ball two.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. A solo shot, and they boost their lead. It's 6-4.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at-bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Fought off foul. Hammered on the line to the left, base hit. And a man aboard. Next for Cincinnati, Ellie De La Cruz. 0 for 3 in this one. That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Coming home. The relay throw. He'll score, and they lead by 3.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Here comes Craig Counsell, and
Number 52, Ryan.
moved to second, and he's back in safely. Runner takes off. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. Eugenio Suarez blasts one out. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to their lead. It's 9-4.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Sal Stewart, the next to hit for the Reds. Swing and a miss, strike one. Four runs already in the frame here in Game 3 of the NLDS. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle, but I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
That's a ball.
That one fouled off. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 3. Drilled in the air out towards right center for Armstrong. On the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Low. Now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball still 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 9-4. You're watching.
Now pitching for Cincinnati.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Tony Santillan.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Hit hard on the ground is short. On to first. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. In the air to left center. Friedel settles under it. Takes it in for the out. Here's Nico Horner. Oh, great stop. Over to first. What a play. Inning over. 3 up, 3 down. New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Daniel Palencia.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Oh, 1 down. He swings and fouls one off. That one a little bit high. Ball 1.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes. Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Got him swinging. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Here's the catcher, Tyler Stevenson. He's already homered in this game. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Shelby Miller getting ready to go. Fastball is outside. That one at triple digits.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
And that one is inside. Swings and misses. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing beans.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Two down, nobody on. Way out front for strike 2. The 0-2. And that one is lifted in the air. And that is that. Nobody left. Back here at the friendly confines. Let's take a look at how the ball's been flying today. Plenty of power on both sides in this one.
Yeah, games like this were so fun for me as a hitter, Boog. You grab your bat and head to the plate thinking, hey, could be my turn to go yard next.
Here's the 0-2. That one just misses.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
Reaching for it, makes the catch.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Clips a corner.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. And next for the Cubs, Matt Shaw.
Down. Nope, that's off the plate.
Challenge from behind the dish here. Pretty close, but it was a ball. One challenge remaining for them now. This one in the air. Suarez. The Cincinnati Reds are moving on. They've got a date in the National League Championship Series.
National League Division Series, you can breathe a little bit as the next one will stretch out to possibly 7 games. I'm sure they don't want to take it that far, but they're just going to be happy to get there. Congratulations.